All right, you guys, podcast time. We got the equipment and the perfect business plan. Give our show away for free and tell no one how to find it. Ready? I'm going to start a podcast that has no focus, and it'll take up an inordinate amount of time.
Hey, everybody, welcome into the Boomer Bunker Monday edition. How you been? You miss us? It seems like a month since, I know we did Wednesday, and it seemed like a month since we got back. Boy, all the stuff that happens. You could do a show every day. Which is nonsense. Just a nonsense.
If only.
If only.
If only we could.
Yeah, I was testing some equipment. When was that? This Friday? When did I do it? Friday that I was testing the equipment? Riverside?
Saturday.
Was it Saturday you were there?
Saturday. Mm-hmm.
I came
in after my walk, yeah. I
was whining and bitching and moaning about my life, my burn it all down moment.
You're a little moody.
Burn it all down.
Thought maybe you're on your period or something. So.
Just Sparky. Like I said, I get maybe you're right. Maybe it is. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just me, those.
Just a little emotional. Sparky said he would tune in every day.
Yeah, see, I mean, I love it. I love it. But and once in a while I get in a crazy, salty mood. But I test my equipment. Dean tests his equipment every day. I don't think it's the same kind of equipment, Dean.
His equipment.
Dean's an analog guy.
He's a hands-on analog guy.
He's a hands-on guy.
Oh, my.
One of the things I want to start doing with my other podcast, Brand X, because we go back all the way to 2016. I want to start taking some of the stories and then just throwing them up, since we only record once a month, and then take some of those stories. And this week I put up Billy the Clown. Billy
the Clown is very funny.
Yeah, it's an 8-minute. It's a quick listen. Just subscribe to Brand X podcast. Real easy to do. And check out Billy the Clown. But it's like a lot of those stories where we do like couple crazy things. I think the next one I'm going to do is where I had a voice changer. And that's when I was singing to Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap in the voice of Zigzag.
Oh, that
Zip Tie, whatever. Zip Tie from the planet Zigzag.
You know your bits?
No. No idea.
Every time it's a different, but that's okay. That's what makes it fun. That's why you have to tune in. You never know what the story's going to be.
Exactly. So I have a story that I heard, and I said, I'd like to talk about this.
Let's do it.
So there's this radio station, and I think it's called So in Google in the Morning, Jubal in the Morning, Jubal, Google, whatever. And they have this thing. It's called the second date, or Tear It Down Tuesday, or Whip Them Out Wednesday. It's one of those.
Tear It Down. That's like your kind of show. Burn it down.
Burn it down. Yeah. Tear It Down Tuesday.
Torch it Saturday. Yeah.
This woman calls and she says, I was ready to get married. We're there. And then all of a sudden we can't find the groom. Nowhere. We searched the whole place. He's gone. I mean, it's the day of the wedding. She's in her dress. Everybody's there. They go gone.
He skipped.
He skipped. She couldn't find him. When I mean he was gone, he didn't go back to work or anything like that. He was gone.
That poor woman. Oh my God.
All right. So she calls the radio station. Oh, no. She hires a private investigator to find this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because that's how women are. They will They are great detectives.
That is the ghosting of ghosting. Like, you left her at the fucking altar and vanished. Yeah. You know what? If someone did that to you, you'd want to know what the fuck happened. Even if you found him so you could beat the shit out of him. It's just something, anything.
He blocked her phone number so she couldn't call him. So she gets a hold of this radio station. The radio station calls him. He picks up.
What a dummy. Okay.
So he picks up and he starts telling, and he's like, what happened? He says, well, I can't really tell. And then because she's listening, she jumps in. And she goes, what do you mean you can't tell? And he says, well, all right, I wasn't supposed to tell, but whatever. But the day of the wedding, your father gave me a check for $80,000 not to get married. not to get married. $80,000.
$80,000. Holy
Right.
shit.
And so the groom takes this 80 grand. He Irish goodbyes out.
What a scumbag. Right. Well, dad and the
Okay.
both of
So
them,
who,
right?
all right. So you're the bride. Who are you mad? Now you just found out. You're mad at the groom, right?
Of
Because he
course.
took $80,000.
He ditched you for money. Yeah.
Right. Now, are you mad? Now you found out your dad gave him a
Yeah.
check for 80,000. Who are you
Yeah.
mad at? Who are
Yeah,
you mad at?
dad. Oh my God. He ran. If that was the love of your life, I wish I knew more backstory. Like, I want to know,
Well,
like, why did dad pay him off?
it could be one or two things. If dad can write a check for 80 grand, he's probably worth more money. And maybe dad made this test where here, I'm going to give him a check for 80 grand. Let's see how he feels about this.
The day of the wedding?
The
Like, you've
day of
already
the wedding.
paid for everything.
Hey, look, you're going to have a party
Oh.
anyhow. Look,
Who wants to have that party? You come in the room crying, everybody's looking at you like loser. I mean,
where's the
it's hard.
groom?
When you're expecting to get married, and then a half hour later, your whole moment of your life at that time is ruined. I don't know if I want to go hang out and dance with friends.
You know, it's funny. I
I
never
don't know.
thought about it's
I'd be
the big
drinking.
day. It's the
Yeah.
big day. It's, oh, my day, my big day. This is my big day as a woman. I'm going to be a bride.
Oh,
I'm
my
going to be
God. Sound
Mrs.
like a lovely bride.
Mrs. Douchebag.
Douchebag.
First of all, I'm thinking 80 grand. He probably could hold out for 100.
But why did dad pay him? Why?
I think it
has
was
to be
because he
a
wanted
bit
to see if he would take the money. If he takes the money, he really doesn't love his daughter, right? Would you?
But wouldn't you test him like the week before, maybe? Like the day before? Like, not literally as his daughter is standing there losing her shit
The father
in
never
front of
said
the
anything.
entire family and friends? I would die. I'd want
Well,
to
I
die.
don't know if the groomsmen knew or not because they were all looking for him. They all ran around looking for him.
Oh
But
my
maybe the
God.
guys knew. He's like, "Hey, listen, I'm skedaddling. I got an 80 grand check. You can't say anything. Listen, bros, can't say nothing.
How do
Just
you got to cash 80 grand out at once?
I need more money than that to leave. Although I don't look. I don't know how most men feel when they got married, but I was the day like a week before. I'm like, what am I doing? Do I really want to go through with this? Can I
think
get out
everybody
of
has
this?
those moments. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if the day of somebody would have handed me an $80,000 check. I don't know if I wouldn't have Irish goodbye. I had serious doubts
Oh my God.
when I went to get married that I was making a big mistake. But then, like every other person, I'm like, well,
Panicky moment.
I
Yeah.
already paid for this and paid for that and paid for this. And then you think to yourself, okay, I just spent $30,000 for everything. Okay.
Fuck it.
How much would that cost? How much does a divorce cost? Right. So so you got to weigh it and then you got to weigh the rest of your life. And I was just wondering, I was like, if someone would have offered me a check for $80,000, would I Irish goodbye? Now, see, here's the problem. You got to leave your life. You got to leave your job. Like, what kind of job? Like, what kind of guy has a job where he just gets up and moves out of town, just packs his shit and goes?
Yeah, I don't know how. There's more. There has to be more to this story. Like, dad found something, or this guy's a scumbag, and something happened. Dad's like, 80 grand, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
So,
You
all right.
either-
Can I say what some of the comments are saying?
Sure, that's what you're there for.
Okay.
That's your
Well,
job.
I don't want to interrupt your story. I know my
Go
job is
ahead.
to click comments. I know. So Bruce says we see how Miss Jamingo feels. That's me. Budbugger says the check bounced.
Maybe. I don't know.
Smarky says very sweetly, if you really love someone, no amount of money should sway you.
I agree with that. I agree.
And then Mike says, I would have asked Dad if I was still allowed to bang her before accepting that.
I don't think that would have worked.
I don't think you
See,
ask.
Yeah, I think he just Irish goodbye, and then she hired a PI to find this guy. Like this guy,
some of these dudes were probably not hard to find.
Disappeared, like really disappeared.
80 grand, you don't disappear forever. You disappear for like maybe a month.
Okay, so you're in your 20s.
Yeah.
Look, you're in your 20s. You got, I don't know, some kind of carpentry job, or maybe you're of labor or whatever you are, whatever you're doing. You're making, I don't know, $20 an hour.
Right.
and there's and someone gives you 80 grand and says, get out of town. And you're like, all right, I'm going to skedaddle. Maybe, I don't know, maybe he had family somewhere else or somewhere else he could catch on or whatever. And he decided to bounce.
Right.
But I'm thinking to myself,
Well, he didn't even change his number. Stupid ass that he is.
No, he did change his number.
Well, she found him.
She had a PI find him.
Oh, the PI found the number.
Yeah, I ran him down, found him.
I got you.
Got his new number.
She called him. He had blocked her number, I thought, with the old number.
Maybe he did.
Okay. All right.
Maybe he did. Okay. So there's little holes, a couple few holes in the stories. Because remember, this is told over radio.
Those holes, yeah.
It's told over the radio.
Mm-hmm.
They can't go through. It's not like they have an hour to go through all these little details. Right. But then I'm thinking to myself, how does that daughter go to Christmas dinners, family functions, when her father ruined her life? What did he?
Well, that's the hanging part that we don't know. Was he a scumbag? Did he have another wife? Did he have a family? Was he?
Well, let's not get into that. Here's what we know. He took 80 grand the day of the wedding and skedaddled.
Yeah.
Did he do her a favor? If he skedaddled for 80, stop trying to use big, stupid words, Sean. If he skedaddled for $80,000, how long do you think he'd actually last in a marriage? Like, what's his? So it's one of those things where you teach it's tough love for your child. I would never do that.
I was going to say, what would you do if this happened to your daughter? She just got left at the altar, just like the day of the wedding.
It's not
and
like
you've already paid for everything, so you're stuck.
The father pays for everything, right? And he also gives the guy 80 grand, and the guy leaves, and he's like, okay, whatever. Say skedaddle one more time. Skedaddle.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans. He skedaddled because of shenanigans. I thought it was just like a shitty thing to do to the daughter, but it really did something. So I have a story. All right. So I have a friend. When you're in your 20s, everybody's getting married. So it's like every 6 months you're in a wedding. At one time, I think I was the groomsman in like 14 weddings. It's insane.
Too many friends. I was in like 3. I'm done.
Okay. So my one friend, I never liked this girl. I never liked the one I hated her. And I used to say to him, are you sure? And he's like, no, I love her. And she was just like this, she was this uppity, she thought she was better than everybody.
Okay.
And not only did we have to, it was a wedding, but we had to go out to Latrobe, Pennsylvania. We went out, and the Pittsburgh Steelers, their camp, their summer camp or whatever, the camp before, what do they call that? Right before the
training camp.
Training camp. Jesus Christ, training camp. Training camp was going on while we were there. All right. So we're there for the weekend. All right. Out in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, someplace. Right. And up in this is how it goes. So there's a sign that says, and there's weddings. It's a big giant hotel, and they've got all kinds. So there's like 3 different weddings go there. So it's like William and Kate and George and Mary and Renee and Ray. Congratulations, right? So it's like guy, woman, guy. And I'm like, so we're drinking like Friday night.
As we do.
And it's on this big giant billboard sign. So we're drinking, and I said, fuck that. I'm not going to have it. So me and my friend climbed up that sign all the way up, got on top of there, and switched it to Ray and Renee. So we're telling Ray, oops, I just said his name. Doesn't matter. He doesn't listen. So we're telling the story.
Renee.
Sorry, Renee. She definitely isn't listening. So we're sitting there on Ray's thing. We're like, dude, what, no balls? What are you doing here? How come it's George and Mary and it's Renee and Ray? Where you're supposed to be the man. What's going on? So the night before we climb up there, we change everything. Little do we know, Ray wakes up in the morning. He's like, yeah, why isn't my name first? So he goes, I want that changed around. He goes to the hotel people. They sent somebody up there to change it back. I was like, what the fuck? How did that get changed back? The people in the wedding, she ran us around like we were her puppets. We had to have brunch with them. We had to decorate the car. You couldn't put any tape on the car or anything like that. Everything. So I don't want to go to breakfast. I said, the day of the wedding, I'm hungover. They're making this big breakfast. I said, Ray, I don't want to go to this fucking breakfast. He goes, please, please, please. So we go to this breakfast. They got all this stuff. I can't even eat. The smell of it makes me want to vomit.
Oh yeah, I've been
Now
there.
we got to
I've been
decorate
to
the
those
car.
breakfasts where you're just like,
Yeah, we got to decorate the car. She's got them on ropes. We got to tie them on there. Then we got to drive the car there. You know me. I got on a highway. I'm driving 90 mile an hour. These paper fucking flowers are flying off this car. When I get there, it's nothing but ropes. It's just ropes. There's nothing. It's like strings on the car. I'm so fucking mad. The morning that I'm in there yelling at Ray that I don't want to go there, his father offered him $100,000 to leave now.
Father did not like her. Not one
He hated
bit.
her. He hated her.
Oh my God. 100,000?
100,000. This is 100,000
figures now. I'm like,
this is 100,000 in 1986, 87, $100,000. He went through with it. They last about 2 years. Then they got divorced. And then Ray went on a tear.
Through women or booze? Or
women.
both?
He went on a tear through women. The next girl he dated was this little short girl who had the biggest fucking tits I've ever seen.
What's wrong with short? But I'm like, all right.
Oh my God. She had the biggest boobs I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh.
And we went down to my boat. We were water skiing and she was there in her bikini. I was like, are you kidding me?
You're like, I'm not piloting the boat. I'm watching her.
How the hell does she keep those things up? How do they stay? I swear to God, it was like 2 watermelons in a hammock. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
But you know what? He met another woman.
Mhm.
I don't know where he met her. And they're still married today, and they've got kids and grandkids, and it's a wonderful thing. But
You got to go through the ugly to get to the good sometimes.
$100,000. He offered his son $100,000, and I looked at him and I said, "I'll drive you. I'll drive 2 pumpkins in a blanket. Yeah, pumpkins in a blanket.
No, that's not what he says.
Puppies in a blanket. Puppies.
Pumpkins. Where'd you get pumpkins?
I need glasses.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, so I just thought that was like, first of all, if I felt that way about the guy my daughter was supposed to marry,
Yeah.
I
You'd
would
have to say,
yeah.
But would you wait till the day of the wedding? Like, wouldn't you pull her aside and be like, look?
Yeah, he would have an accident.
Yeah. He would have Here, step into my elevator.
Yeah, he would have something would happen to him. Somebody would.
All right. I need to close my door until the room I'm in. So hang on.
Don't worry.
Sorry. You hold everything down.
Until you get here. You know, when you have a daughter and you're the father, you really have to protect your daughter. So, and luckily my daughters, the guys that they're dating are really nice guys, really nice, protective guys. So I don't have that kind of issue. It's just one of those things. All right. Okay. Got the door shut. What's Paul doing out there? He's making noise, is he?
He's on his way home, so it'll be noisy.
Oh, did you put a sock on the door?
Doorknob? No. No. Shame on you.
Sock on the doorknob. Like,
I guess
she's busy. I don't have a doorknob.
I said, is that what you guys had to do?
Oh yeah, back in the day. Yeah, you put a sock on the doorknob. So especially in colleges, if you went to college and you had a roommate and you had a girl in there, you put a sock on the doorknob so they would know not to come in. That's what they said.
Okay, I believe it.
Yep.
Needs to walk in on any of that.
Yeah, you don't want to walk in on that. That's horrible. Ridiculous.
Okay. Red says, the man who is good enough to take care of my girls hasn't been born yet. Good man.
No.
Oh, he's a protective daddy. So
okay.
Nothing wrong with that. It's one of those, like, you clean your guns in the living room when they pick them up. Like, how you doing?
Done that before. Done that before.
You have them all laid out in front of you. Like, which one? Let me test the sights right here. Yeah.
I don't know if I told the story about the time my daughter. I probably did.
Red says one of them is married. Oh,
Oh, still haven't found him. Poor
that
guy.
poor son-in-law.
Poor son-in-law.
Red just glares at him the whole time, just sits in the corner and stares at him like over glasses, just the Kubrick thing.
Yeah, the guy pulls up and beeps the horn.
Oh no.
Yeah. And my daughter goes to run out the door and I go, stop.
The
No,
fuck? Yeah.
He's got to come to the door. And she goes, well, he doesn't know. I said, well, let's find out if he's
Figure
smart
it
enough.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see if he's smart enough to figure that out. And she's like, and then finally, he beeped again. And I'm sitting there and she's like, I gotta go out there. I said, no. Finally, he gets out of the car.
Dog. Yeah.
He gets out of the car and he comes walking up. He's all mad. And as soon as he gives like this, and I open the door, I said, can I help you? And he goes, yeah, where's Rachel? I said, I'm sorry. I said, this is how this happens. I said, you knock on the door and you say, hello, I'm so-and-so. I'm here to pick up Rachel. Is she here? And at that point I was like, and then he sat there and then all of a sudden he kind of snapped to. You realize what was going on. Because at that one point I wasn't sure she was going with him.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So here you go. Red says, you beep the horn at my house, you get your ass beat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think my daughter's ever had that happen. I don't recall that. It was never, it's just you come to the door. But they didn't start dating till much later. So at least that I knew of.
Yeah, well, she was either 17 or 18 when this happened.
Yeah,
I'll never forget one time she had like a bunch of friends over and they were down in the basement. We have a finished basement and we're down there and they're making a bunch of noise. And I got little kids that are trying to sleep. So I go walking down. I go, hey, just can you keep it down a little bit? I said, we got little kids up there trying to sleep. And the one kid says, oh, come on, old man. Don't you remember what it was like to be young?
Hold up. A guest in your house said that?
Yeah. And then he said, you know what it's like to play a game? I said, I certainly do. I know what it's like to play a game. I have a game. See how far I can throw the asshole out the front door and see how far he flies before he hits the ground. You want to play that game? And he just looked at me. I said, because we could play that game right now. I would have grabbed him and drug him. So I was only 40, so I could have grabbed him and just drug him up the steps and thrown him out the door.
Of his fucking neck. Yeah. Holy shit.
My daughter stop.
Bruce said my daughter warned all her boyfriends about me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not acceptable. We did not. No matter who the girls went out with, they had to come up to the door. Oh, there was a girlfriend picking them up. It's like, come inside. Unless I was out there or I'd made like I knew who it was and I knew what was going on. We were involved. Paul and I had so much going on with it, with all the stuff that we either volunteered with or involved with the township. We had one mom drop her son off. Maura had a party, so all her friends, like at the end of the year and senior year, all the friends came over and hanging out in the backyard. And the moms had said, now these kids are 17 and 18, like, and we're not the house that provides booze. Like we don't do that, and it's just way too much bullshit to deal with. Plus everything we're involved in, So the mom's like, okay, well, are you going to have any alcohol? And I literally said, are you fucking kidding? Are you kidding? No, of course we're not. Not for them. I'll be in the house drinking because I got 20 kids in the backyard. I don't even want to look at. Like, I don't want to deal with them. They were great. We had an app. They were actually wonderful, but it was just, I'm not giving 17-year-old kids booze. Are you out of your mind?
No, listen, they should be smart enough to
parents around here do. I am amazed.
Now?
How many then? Like when my daughter was 17, so she graduated 2014. So all her friends.
Yeah, but with all the way they sue people now and parents
half the parents would have parties and those kids would go there and those kids would drink.
It's crazy.
I'm like, that's not worth it. Well, look, everybody did it back in the day. I don't do. Figure it out yourself. They would provide it, like knowingly. I'm like, you're insane.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I was threatened to narc on them, and I should have.
All right, let's change the subject. I think we beat that one to death.
Yeah. Okay.
The Girl Scouts, they're fired up. They've had enough.
Are.
They're after because I guess who was that? Who was talking about there was that woman who was talking about the Girl Scout cookies being
Oh, there's all
poisonous.
kinds of things in them. I'm like, it's things in
Mhm.
everything, but yes.
So they came out and they said, all Girl Scout cookies are produced in our trusted licensed bakers who are leaders in their industry and adhere to rigorous food safety standards set up by the FDA and other relative authorities.
Relevant authorities.
Relevant. What did I say?
Relative. They're all
Thank you.
related.
This means that all foods using plant-based ingredients, including organic foods, may contain trace amounts, according to the blog.
Mhm.
This does not mean these foods are harmful to consume.
Oh, it's so funny you mentioned Girl Scouts because I went to Walmart this weekend and look what I bought. Girl Scouts.
Thin mints, they're the worst.
Thin mints are the best.
They have the worst. They have the biggest amount of poison in them.
That's why they're the most delicious. And then these are my favorite because they're shortbreads with lemon on the back. But this is a new one.
What's the new one?
It's caramel chocolate chip. They are actually gluten-free.
Well,
people ask
okay.
for them. And let's see here. The serving size is 3 cookies with 160 calories. They look like they have actual real ingredients.
Right.
Some other garbage in them, I think. Natural flavor, whatever that is.
So like 55 calories a cookie.
Butter, oil, butter and oil, really. Oat flour, chocolate chips and shit like that.
Do they put in the bad chemicals that they have in there that they were talking about? Probably not.
Well, that's probably listed under natural flavors. It has chickpea flour though. So I don't know about that.
Chickpea flour. Oh, that's because it's not.
Because it's gluten-free. Yeah.
Right.
So, but the Girl Scout mission, it's STEM, outdoors, life skills, and entrepreneurship. So they have a nice little message about the Girl Scouts on the back.
Oh, isn't that great?
Yeah. You know what? I will support the Girl Scouts. So I spent $15 on cookies.
How many boxes?
3. They're $5 a box.
$5 a box.
Yeah. There's a decent amount of cookies in here.
Ridiculous.
What are you paying for Keeblers? It's not any different.
Is it? I don't know. I'll be honest with you.
I honestly don't buy cookies. I really don't.
It's so long since I bought cookies.
I don't buy them. I buy Girl Scout cookies, and if we have cookies, like Liv makes cookies or I make cookies. Budbugger says natural flavor are instincts. Oh my gosh, I'm talking like insects that fall into a mixer.
I can't read like you.
I can't read like you. I'm gonna try one of these. See if there's any insects. Ooh, 3 cookies. All right, so they're small because they're gluten-free, but they look tasty. Not bad.
All right. Well, what are you going to say? What are you?
Hideous. No, they're good.
We try them. No, you can't do $7 a box in California.
Mm-hmm.
Man, boy, I wish I had Bruce's money. $70,000 or $70 worth of cookies.
Oh,
Jesus, 70,000.
Dean loves a good roast beef cookie. Oh,
no, Dean, get your mind out of the gutter, Dean.
I don't know if I'd buy these again. They're not bad, but they're not my favorite. They're like
the chocolate caramel ones.
Yeah.
See, it's hard to. How can you fuck that up? It's a cookie with chocolate chips and caramel.
It's not my favorite.
But is it because it's not? I think the gluten makes it great.
Probably, but they're okay. I like. I'm a big fan of the. It's like the actual cookie they started with called trefoils, and they're just a shortbread cookie, which is essentially like flour and butter, and sugar. It's like 3 ingredients. They're so good.
I like the one with the caramel, the chocolate, and the coconut, whatever that's called.
Samoas.
Yeah. I need Samoas.
Caramel delights is what they call them. Depending on the bakery. Well, depending on the bakery you buy them. There's 2 different bakeries. So,
yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, these weren't bad.
Speaking of New Jersey.
Yeah.
Scott Pressler has been running around New Jersey. He's trying to turn the state red.
Mm-hmm.
And
do you want to tell people who Scott Pressler is?
Scott Pressler, as far as I know, he's just a Republican activist.
Yeah, he's almost like an influencer now, really, I think.
Yeah. So he goes around, he has town halls, and he talks about, what Republicans stand for, and he's trying to get the vote out. And he flipped Pennsylvania red, basically.
He did.
Blue to red. And now he's in here to New Jersey, and I'm all for it because now all the New Jersey governor candidates are coming out now. You know that guy that ran for Senate, that guy Ed Durr, the truck driver that beat the incumbent?
Yeah.
Okay, he's running for governor now.
I saw that. I'm like, okay.
I'm like, yeah, okay. His big thing is he's going to get rid of property taxes and bring back plastic bags. I'm like, I might just throw my vote his way just for fun.
He's in. Was it Ed? Somebody other? Ed Durr?
Ed Durr.
Or Durr?
Ed Durr.
Governor Durr.
Governor Durr.
How do you have the last Durr? That poor man.
Right. So here he is, and yeah, I guess he's from the South, and he's a really nice guy. And
he's not South Jersey. They're so nicer. They're nicer down in South Jersey.
Well, he's not much of a cursor, and he's asking some people some questions here. And well, here we go.
Uh-oh. Oh, Scott's from the South.
Yeah. Beautiful New Jersey friends, because we got a saying in the South. The saying is, bless your heart. You guys know what that means? Yeah. I asked my New Jersey friends, I said, guys, what is the New Jersey equivalent of bless your heart? Go fuck yourself.
That's
Go
also
fuck yourself.
It's also 100% accurate. You just say it nicer down south. We just tell you straight up, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
That is so accurate.
I'm not going to say that. I'm going to remain. I'm not going to say it.
Come on, you got to get the accent down, Scott.
I love saying bless your heart.
You pussy. I don't.
He's a nice fella. He's not a Jersey guy, so it's like for him. So but that whole it's the northern version of saying that is go fuck yourself, essentially.
Go fuck yourself.
Oh yes.
Oh yes. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. I love it. I think that's 100% accurate.
Damn it.
I'm
editing on the fly.
Oh dear.
All right. So you know us. You know how we support diversity, equity, and inclusion here at the Boomer Bunker Podcast.
John especially, yes.
Well, I think in Maryland, it was a black
Maryland. Okay.
There was a black women's debate team.
Okay.
And they won.
Mm-hmm.
So they're on the news, and they're explaining how they won. And I figured that we should show you.
Maryland.
Here we go.
Arguing it. Towson University's debate team wins, claiming an historic win. They are the first all-black women's team to win the Cross-Examination Debate Association's national championship. This morning, we have two of the team members here. We have Amina Ruffin and Corey Johnson, both here to talk about the major victory. Ladies, way to go. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You've made so many people proud in this area. Now we want to pick your brain a little bit as we admire your huge trophy, by the way. That's ridiculous. But I'm going to ask you first. We'll start with you, Amina. What was the topic, first of all?
The topic was restricting presidential war powers authority.
They say the niggas.
Okay, so here they are. Here we go.
Always already clear. That's exactly the point. It means that the impact is not, that is an impact turn to the that it is a case turn to the affirmative, because we are saying that queer bodies are not able to survive. That it necessarily means that the body of the nigga is not able to survive.
We got the topic in about July, and we started doing our research then.
When the nigga sees these heathens suffering, that he can only envision himself, that he does not see another nigga that he can or embrace, but rather that otherness gets obliterated.
We've been supplementing our research throughout the season.
Man, focusing out there, disfigured, lynch, and trauma enough. The inside the trauma representation is back to the black child devouring and identifying.
It sounds like she's talking in tongues.
She's like she can't get her breath in. Like, what are you doing? Like, wait a minute. How long did she have to prepare for this?
I don't know, but did she win this trophy or steal it? I don't know. I'm just trying to think. If this was first place, how bad was second place?
The stories and images the white culture brought up to think and act subjectively like a white man, the black man.
So where do you go from there? When you start preparing for a national competition, once you know the topic, what's next?
Well, you do a lot of research.
The way
Arguing it. Towson University's debate team wins, claiming an historic win. They are the first all-black.
all black. Yes.
I don't know what to say. Oh my God. That
Was it because the other teams weren't black that they couldn't use the N-word and that's why they didn't win? Is that I don't understand.
that can't be right. Sparky says the audio is fake. Is that real?
I think it is.
Oh,
I don't think it's it's definitely them. I mean, you could see it's not.
I don't even know what to say. That's insane.
Hang on. Now
I didn't think that's how you debate.
Really? Is that how you debate? Hang on a second. Let me go see what we get to. Let's see. Let's try to.
He's suffering that he can only envision himself, that he does not see another nigga that he can feel sympathy for.
I don't think it's fake.
I think that might be real. Oh, we would have to. I would have to.
You want to research?
No, I don't need that history on my computer.
Or embrace it, rather that otherness gets obliterated.
And we've been supplementing our research throughout.
I mean, that's her.
Isn't that how you're supposed to speak during a debate?
I don't think so. I don't think and then use the N-word.
Oh,
I mean, my God.
Oh my God.
Sounds like she was getting banged in the ass by Drake.
Oh my God.
No?
Sorry. I don't know. I don't know why you. Okay. I don't know. I'm not answering that. Yeah. I don't. I'm not a fan of that. If that was the.
But they're the champions.
Wow. Who was second place? I'd like to hear that. I would like to hear that entire.
The retarded team from Clemson? Who else could lose to that? I don't know. All right.
I got nothing.
I love it when I leave Duchess speechless. I
don't have words for it. I really don't.
How does that happen?
That's
breathing.
I think it was her whole delivery was almost
the two of them. The two of them were the same way. I mean, he's like, how do you practice that?
Was the other girl speaking? Were they both? I stopped looking at them.
There was two different girls there. The two girls that were in the news story, they were clips of each one of them talking.
I wasn't even looking. Once they started cursing, I was like,
once they started using the N-word, you just averted to it.
I was like, nope, put my head down. I don't want to look. Disavow.
I'm so white I can't even look.
Yeah, that's not my cup of tea.
I know.
It's not my thing. But I don't like that. But maybe standards are different nowadays. But I didn't think if I was in maybe 12th grade in school, we could have just gone up and yelled like that and thrown in N-words and stuff. But
no, we could.
Maybe Towson does things a little different.
Yeah,
because Maryland.
Yeah.
Aaron says the other team was white, no N-word, no win.
No win. Yeah. See.
Oh dear.
Never can put the GG between the I and the E. We know that.
You know what? Just don't say it. Just don't say it. Just don't.
Whatever. The Jimmy called me the other day, and I have some.
How is the Jimmy?
Well, he's pretty good. I have some Jimmy quotes. I said, I said, have you left yet? Or he was going somewhere? He goes, no, I haven't left yet. And I go, aren't you late? He goes, well, yeah. But I took 2 shits this morning, and 2 shits requires a shower.
Shared way too much about Jimmy.
What was that? Yeah, 2 shits. If you take 2 shits, it requires a shower. I said, okay. I said, no, I didn't get that memo. And he's also trying mushroom tea because mushroom tea is supposed to be better for you than coffee.
That sounds awful.
I've tried it.
Ugh.
It tastes like dirt. It's not good.
No.
So then he says, yeah, I'm drinking that mushroom tea. I said, oh, how's that working out for you? He goes, well, I'd rather have my mushrooms on a steak, but
Why is he trying to give up coffee?
Again, he's just a bunch of non sequiturs that gets fired out at you. Did you see the thing where that guy from that country yelled at Trump? Huh?
Thing from the guy.
The guy from that country?
In the costume,
The zoo guy? The zoo something?
Steve Irwin. I know. I can't wait to chat with him. if whenever I'm up in your neck of the woods again. Because he's so funny. I
I'm
just
enjoying
love that he doesn't. That's just how he is, and it's like
It's-
I don't know if he. I think he might have a clue now, but he's just so funny.
As we get older, I mean, listen to me. I can't say Maryland or I can't read.
That's okay.
You know, I look at something and the word, I think the word is this, and then I look and I'm like, who changed the word? How'd they change that word?
While I'm reading it, who's
Yeah, while
changing
I'm
it on the
reading it.
fly?
I also learned a new term,
Yes.
the Philly tuxedo.
Ugh,
The Philadelphia tuxedo is
Okay.
sweatpants with a Philly team jersey, Flyers, Sixers, Phillies, Eagles,
Okay.
but then you have to wear a different Philadelphia team hat. So
So
you
it's
have
a 2-team minimum.
right, it's a 2-team minimum. You have the Eagles jersey, Phillies hat, Sixers hat, Flyers jersey.
Fucking awful.
It's
It's awful. But you could change it up and do, if you don't have the cap, you could wear the 2 different team top bottom, because I've seen people wear the shorts too.
Mhm.
So perhaps you could do that. But yeah,
Yeah, well,
that's a hot look.
that is a hot look.
You
Um,
want whiz or without?
wit,
Whiz.
wit or without.
Wit or with, I don't know.
Yeah, you want wit or without?
I
That's all.
don't speak Philly.
No?
No, I don't speak half the shit I need you to explain. I don't know what the fuck they're saying.
Okay.
It's a whole nother world over there by you.
It certainly
You guys
is.
live in a universe that's just like time just flies over you guys.
All right, remember her? Lizzo?
Lizzo, I do.
This is Lizzo. She was out on a tour, and people were giving her shit.
Because she's a big gal. Yeah.
She's a very, very big gal. They were fat shaming her. And maybe this does work. Maybe fat shaming works. Not 100% sure.
Mm-hmm.
But she has lost weight. I was shocked. This is Lizzo now. That's a big difference.
That's
This
a
is
whole
her-
nother face.
That's her
a whole
before.
nother face. Wow.
That's her now.
She's deflated.
Right?
Yeah. She lost what, probably 100 pounds?
At least.
Yeah.
It has to be that. Here she is. This is her again. Remember, this is her off her last tour,
Mm-hmm.
and this is her now. Big difference. She's getting
I
shit
agree.
for this. You know why? Because she was a body positivity person, and now she's went and lost weight, and
Yeah,
now
well-
the body positivity people are after her because you're supposed to stay fat because fat's
course.
beautiful.
Well, here you go. That's how we used to do it back in the day. Bully someone until they develop an eating disorder.
Attaboy, Budvugger.
Yeah. So, but Lizzo looks entirely different.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, good on her. I think she looks great.
Listen.
I hope that however she did this, and I'm pretty sure it seemed to be a quick turnaround of time. I mean, she was trying to eat better and doing workouts and stuff, but that's a lot of weight to lose maybe quickly.
She calls it a weight release. She has a weight release.
Okay.
She's lost 10 BMI points.
She didn't say how much weight she lost, though, did she?
And 16% of her body fat since January of 2023. So 2020, 23, 24, 25. So it's 2 years.
Okay.
Her fitness routine includes activities as Pilates, walking.
No.
And then she says she is maintaining a healthy lifestyle rather than focus solely on weight loss.
Uh-huh. Okay. So everything the celebs have said that were on Ozempic.
Okay.
Well, like Kelly Clarkson's like, I'm eating healthy greens. No, you took Ozempic. And you know what? I don't care that they do it, but don't lie. Don't bullshit the public and say, oh, just walk and eat healthy.
Eat a salad and take a walk.
It's not. They didn't do that. There's no way Lizzo went from that first picture. And I'm sorry for the folks who can't see. It's not hard to find a picture of Lizzo in her larger size,
Mm-hmm.
and then the pictures of her now. It's literally a different person. And good on her for losing weight. I don't begrudge her losing weight, but don't preach that it was just you have good, healthy eating and you take a fucking walk.
Yeah, I love those people.
And you do Pilates. Go fuck yourself.
Eat a salad Take a walk, you fatty. You know what I say to that?
Make Josh happy. So basically, so here you go. So do 562 says to the folks listening, she went from a tub of chocolate ice cream to a Snickers bar.
Oh, there you go.
Size wise, yeah. She lost a lot of weight. Had to be 100 plus pounds.
She went from a tub of ice cream to a full-fledged snack.
Well, she's snacky size.
She's cute. She looks good now.
Does look good.
I think she looks great. But they're very upset with her because
now there's no excuse. You're losing your body positivity people because they're like, we don't want to be fat anymore.
Well, she says that they're expressing disappointment that her weight loss might contradict her previous body positivity stance. However, Lizzo emphasized her goal is to prioritize health and well-being rather than to conform to societal beauty standards.
As she loses 100 pounds. Yeah, sorry.
Whatever it is.
Double speak.
Listen, I'm going to say this right now.
Pick a side stick.
That body positivity bullshit is exactly that. It's bullshit. I love people to say, oh, I like being this size.
No,
Fuck you. You're a fucking liar. I'll tell you right now, if there was a pill that you could take tomorrow and you could lose all that weight, there'd be a line around the fucking block.
There is.
You'd all be taking it.
Well, it's a shot, but yeah. If they can make that shot a better price for people, they'll be around the corner.
Yeah, I understand it, but it's not. Listen, I'm on it, and I'm plateaued right now. Like I got to. It's funny because they say you lose 20% of your body weight, and I hit 20%, and it was like someone threw the fucking brakes on. I'm like, how does that happen? Because I'm eating the same, but I got to this one point, and I can't lose any more weight with it. And I'm thinking to myself, well, why do I want to do this?
Keep going. Keep going.
Now I know people.
Mm-hmm.
The issue is, you have a. It's just like taking drugs or alcohol or anything. Your drug of choice is food. I know people that have had the weight loss surgery where they take their whole stomach and cut it into the size of a banana.
Yeah.
And they eat through that and gain all the weight back. I would jump off a fucking bridge if I went through all that pain, all that suffering, and then gain the weight back.
Yeah.
I would seriously jump off a bridge.
Because you learn the tricks. Because the whole point of weight loss surgery, because I tried that, but I had the lap band. So they didn't reroute my stomach or anything, which they do now. They literally cut it to size. It's small. But with the lap band, it restricts it and they just put more fluid in. So you feel full, but you learn to work around it. Like I couldn't eat a salad, but I could eat ice cream. Wine went down super smooth. I could drink smoothies. You could
graze.
Yeah, little bites. It was little bites, and that's all you did all day long. I could have soups, but I couldn't eat steak. So at one point, like I'd lost a decent amount of weight, but I was losing my hair because I wasn't getting enough protein. Like so, it's a tool. You have to utilize it correctly, and I didn't. So, and I knew that. And I knew it like once I kind of got like a year into it, I was like, because I did really well. And then it started sliding back. And I'm like, but I knew, but I don't know. It's you have to be ready to make that change and do what you can to get there. And it's hard. It is hard. This weight loss is the hardest thing I've done. And I'm still not done. And I've hit the fucking wall to the point where I'm like, I'm out of my mind with it. I really am. Like I'm like so beyond frustrated. So we'll see what the doctor says, but I gotta wait till fucking June because I'm not sick enough to go.
What do you mean you're not sick enough to go?
I have to wait for a wellness visit.
Oh, okay.
June. But hey, cool. So whatever.
We talked last week about how Gavin Newsom. Nope, that's not it. Gavin Newsom has a new podcast.
He's disgusting. Yeah.
All right. So you want to hear his podcast, his first podcast?
His awful voice. Yeah.
Here we go.
You asked America, and I listened. So welcome to the Gavin Newsom podcast. I know no one actually asked for this, and they'd prefer I do my actual job instead of whatever the hell this is. I march to the beat of my own drum, which is why when I locked everyone down during COVID, I still went to fancy restaurants that you poor losers couldn't even afford to work at, let alone eat at. I appreciate the poor optics of another podcast hosted by a straight white male, but the world needs this now more than ever. And from what I've read online, most people don't consider me straight or a man anyhow. Have I made mistakes as governor? Not really. Actually, no. I have never made a mistake ever. I guess banging my campaign manager's wife could be viewed as a mistake, except hypergamy is a very common lifestyle in California. Some people like to say I was asleep at the wheel, which made the LA fire substantially more devastating. But again, I haven't made any mistakes. Also, aren't you amazed how little I'm using my hands while I talk? My aides told me the way I talk makes me look like a complete psychopath. So I'm doing my best to talk like a normal person right now. Plus, I'm not a psychopath, just a sociopath. Those are two very different things. Oops, I'm doing it again. Old habits die hard. Don't tell that to my new campaign manager, though. Just kidding. Or am I?
If you like that, make sure to subscribe and follow for more. I'm done.
That was really well done. Like
was.
disturbingly well done. Like it matched the fate. Like they did that well.
Mm-hmm. There's only a couple times where you would look at that and it was like, maybe, maybe not.
When it first started, I was like, oh, okay. Then I'm like, oh, wait. Sparky says, I bet this podcast sucks. It does.
It probably does. Well, you know what they're going to do? He won't go over any of the stuff that he does or anything that's going on in California or anything that needs to be done. He won't address any of those issues.
Not at all.
He'll be talking about
Trump.
What Republicans are doing on the national scene.
Aaron says, hey, as a sociopath, I take offense at that.
How dare you?
I'm a sociopath.
I'm a sociopath.
He's just doing this to politic. That's all it is. I mean, it's so clearly obvious. Who thinks that this guy's any good? Like who in California? Like, yeah,
Bill Maher. Bill Maher loves Gavin Newsom.
I don't know.
Shit. And I consider him a smart guy. After this,
I feel like Bill Maher is paying a little more attention. At least he listens to both sides. And I mean, I still think he's a pompous son of a bitch, but it's interesting. It's refreshing to hear him acknowledge, like, you know, that was really stupid. The Democrats should stop doing this, or this point is stupid, you know, or however, whatever that particular issue is. But he does call them out, and I appreciate that.
Okay. Have your daughters played sports? Were they into sports? Softball, basketball?
They played softball. They played basketball, volleyball.
Okay.
Yeah, after school
You're
stuff
like
and like team stuff.
You'd go to their games and stuff like that.
Of course, yeah.
Of course.
I'm a supportive mother.
All right.
Yeah.
And did you ever be at a game where the parents get out of hand and the next thing you know, there's a fist fight in the stands over all this stuff, or is that just for boy sports?
I haven't seen it at my daughter's sports, but they were more at like rec level. I've been to my brother's games when he played traveling soccer, and my father got red carded off a field. The coach got red carded off the field a couple times. We had one game, I think we lost like 3 parents on our side. Wow. Yeah, not good. Not a good look, but yeah.
So in Dallas this past weekend, there was a NCAA All-Star National Championship for cheerleading.
Oh my God. Okay.
And a fist fight started between the men, the parents, and it led to people screaming, and someone said that they heard gunshots.
Oh, no.
And they all stampeded out of the venue. Police were called for an active shooter.
Oh, no.
And they all come.
Poor little kids.
There's video. I didn't bring it because it's just kids screaming as they're running out the door.
How scary is that? Like, you're just a kid there to compete, right? And then all these parents are being fucking morons.
Well, the girls were screaming because the fathers were fighting. Then everybody screaming begets screaming, and you know they are women, so you know
they're children and they're scared, and then they're crying and freaking out, and the moms are crying and freaking out, and dads are too testosterone-y to beat each other up. So smart.
No arrests were made in the incident. Please just figure the guys with the collars all stretched out and shit like that, or the ones with the red faces. I'm
a cheer dad. Yay, go!
Yay!
Team.
I mean, it's not like they were fighting at a little league game or something like that from balls.
Oh, that makes it better.
Listen, I've been to some. So when I played little league, this was back in the 70s. early 70s, when I was playing Little League, there was times where the father would come out on the field and fist fight the umpire because of balls and strikes.
Well, that's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, I used to say to my dad, if you ever do that, I'll never play another sport. I'll never play another sport if you come out and do something like that. Don't embarrass me out there.
Yeah, that's awful. I mean, I've seen Little League games though where parents do get out of hand.
It's like
There's
fighting in
always
the
the
stands.
mouthy. We had one mom that Olivia, my younger one, this girl always seemed to be on Olivia's team. And this mother was such a pain in the balls. And she was just smarmy, just like trashy enough to be mouthy and loud enough where her dog, like I felt bad for the kid. Like I was like, you got to go home to that. And at one point, the mom said, if you don't make this basket, you're not getting dinner. And the whole everybody just turned and she's like, oh, I'm just kidding. And I'm like, are you? Like
this would be, again, we're talking about motivating the kids.
10 years old in a rec league. This is not, none of these kids are going to play like UConn. Like they're not going to ladies basketball. These kids were running down the field. I'm watching Olivia have asthma attacks on the court, like that kind of shit, She'd run a bit, come over, take a hit on her rail or run back out. Like, and for that mom just to yell out, you better make that or you don't get dinner. Like it's the whole both sides just like, what? Like just turned and she was like, oh.
I'll never forget when my daughter's playing basketball and I'm the father that yells.
Basketball.
My father, I'm the one that's like, get your hands up, get out there. Like you look at them and they're looking around and I ain't paying attention. You're like, hey,
butterflies.
Hey, get out there.
Watch the ball. Yeah.
Right. So there was this one game and it was tie. And right before, the team was down by 1 point and there was like no time on the clock and there was a foul. So if the girl makes both shots, they win the game.
You win. Mm-hmm.
So the girl goes up. First shot she goes to shoot. She misses. Now, remember, it's in a gym and everybody's talking and everything. So the girl goes up the line. You could hear a pin drop in that gym. Right. It was complete silence. You could hear the ball. Bang, bang, bang. She throws it. And as it hits it goes off the front of the rim and goes off. You hear a whole gym go, oh.
It's such a bummer.
So they're
and
like,
the poor kid's like,
aww. Right. The kids, so they're like, okay, that's all right. You get this. We go to overtime. All right. Again, hush. There's nothing. You hear the ball bouncing, and all of a sudden she throws it up, hits the heel of the rim, bounces 2 times, and goes out. And the whole place goes, oh. The other team jumps up there screaming, yay! That girl cried her eyes out. I felt so bad for her.
The pressure on kids is ridiculous.
But
but that's not a bad thing. Like she pushed
kids
herself.
Are 12 years old. They're 12 years old. All of a sudden, you could hear a pin drop. I'm like, this is. I turned to my wife. I go, this is horrible. So all of a sudden she misses. I'm like, oh no, please. I'm like, please make this shot. Don't let this game end with her missing a foul shot. And I was horrible. But again,
you feel bad for them. You're like, oh.
You do. And that girl never. I haven't forgot that.
I know. I'm sure she will never forget.
That was 11 years ago, and I haven't forgot about it.
Like that poor kid.
I'm sure she did.
Oh my God! Speaking of shots, did you? It's not kids basketball, but I was. There was not University of Michigan State.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing Maryland, and it was college basketball. And they were down by 1, or so they were down. And it was like a last minute shot. The guy on Michigan State was 2/3 away from the hoop and winged it and made it. It was an amazing shot.
I love those.
Now, I don't like basketball at all, but I was like, you go, motherfucker. And the best part because, Maryland thought they'd won it. Like it was was it Terrapins or whatever the hell their team name is?
Terrapins.
Whatever. And you see all the guy who missed the shot that probably would have clinched them ahead of this. That guy missed the shot. And that's when Michigan State scooped it up and just winged it down. Like he just heaved it and it just right through the basket. And so of course Michigan leaps off the bench. They're the travel team, so there's some of their fans are there, and all Maryland is just holding their head no, and I was just like, I don't
know what year it was. Vanilla.
Oh, it was amazing.
My God. Villanova was playing in the national championship game.
Okay.
I don't even know who they were playing. It's down to the last couple seconds. So-and-so makes it the shot. They're ahead by 2 with like a second and a half or 3 seconds on there.
It's amazing.
They throw the ball out. The guy dribbles twice, shoots it in the air, and swishes it. Villanova wins on a last-second shot, buzzer beater. Balloons are going off, and all people are freaking out. It was the most exciting game I've ever seen in my entire life. It was amazing.
That's the only thing I like about basketball is literally those kind of shots. And then I watch them on replays. I'd read about it in the news, heard about it, and then went and looked it up. And I think I shared it. I think I may have shared it on our social. It was just an amazing shot. I watched it probably like 4 or 5 times in a row just to see him just shot. I can't shoot a basket if I'm standing under it. Like it's not my sport. I can't granny shot it in. I can't push it in. I'm not built for basketball. They would have to lower the
I go length to the court.
Hang on.
Oh, just pull it up so everybody can hear it.
Just bring it up. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So again, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry.
You can Google it. It's all over.
You can Google it. But here it is. This is Villanova against
Villanova. Okay.
All right. 74-74 with a. Hang on. Let me get it down to where it's. Okay, here it is. So this is the last. So it's 74-74, and there is 4.7 seconds on the clock.
Okay.
They go length to the court with Archie Diacono. 3 seconds at midcourt. Jenkins gives it to Jenkins for the championship.
Grown men crying. Yeah. The pavilion outside, everybody freaking out.
There's the coach from North Carolina. Like,
you can't beat those shots. Like, it was just those kids practice those shots over and over and over. They probably do them in their sleep. But I've seen kids make those shots that they make hundreds and hundreds of times, miss them.
I know.
For every 300 they make, they miss one. It's just crazy. And Sparky goes, it's pandemonium.
It's pandemonium. Oh.
It's exciting to watch these teams win, but unless you're not rooting for them, then it's like.
Have you watched any? You're not much of a baseball fan, right? Or are you?
I'll watch it sometimes.
So spring training, there's spring training games now,
right?
And they have the new rule where they have the strike zone, and they can tap on their helmet. Like if they think the call's bad, they tap on their helmet, and then they look and see if it's a strike or a ball. And so the catcher can do it, and the pitcher can do it. So they're doing it.
They can request like a review.
They can request a review. Okay. And like the one guy, the guy called it a strike, and the batter hits his helmet, and then they review it, and it was off by an inch. So then it was a ball.
So now it's all like based on a camera because you can't see it. I don't even know how umps call it.
Right. I feel bad for the umps. If we're going to do this, just remove the umps. Just put the thing there, and then just call ball and strikes there.
The only thing they're good for now is just handing them another ball.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, foul ball. Here you go.
Just put the bat boy out there with a bucket full of balls and just throw them out there. They don't even need the umps anymore.
They'll get peened. Just
that's all.
That's all right. They'll live.
I like it. There's 2 things I think they can get rid of. I think they can get rid of the home plate umpire.
Right.
And in auto racing, I think they can get rid of the flagger. You don't need the flagger.
Oh, but people just like to see the flag. They're like,
they don't need that. You just turn on the lights, the yellow light, the red light.
I know, but the crowd who's not sitting right there, they like to see some yokel waving a fucking flag. I don't know. I don't watch fucking. I did. I think I had the race on, and then I stopped watching it because then it was over.
I know. Yeah, like I said, I've been going to auto racing round, dirt tracks since I was 11 years old. So I've been going there a long time. And I've yet to see a flagger get killed or hurt, but I've seen drivers get killed. I'm just saying. I don't know what
that's a bummer.
I think God has some kind of force field around the flaggers because I've seen it where the cars hit the fence, wrap around, and the flagger was fine. I've never seen a flagger killed at a racetrack.
I had a question and I just lost it. God damn it. It just went out of my head. Motherfucker. Oh, do the Phillies train in Tampa?
Clearwater. Clearwater.
Yeah, I think I drove by their training.
Oh yeah.
When I was down there a month ago. We
Yep.
drove by and I saw something for the Phillies. I was like, "Oh, John." Like I
There you go.
thought I was gonna get a picture, and then I was already like, by the time I realized what I was passing, I was like, "Oh, gone."
Mhm.
Right past. So yeah.
So
that's it.
Friday, did you do any shopping or did you observe?
I did go shopping. Yeah.
I did too.
I
I
did.
bought a
Thank you,
TV I
Amazon.
didn't even need from
Well,
Amazon.
I need a TV too. Does Samantha need another TV?
No, I just bought one because it was very cheap and I can also use it as a computer monitor.
Oh
So
my
I bought it. Just so I had to buy something from Amazon
I know.
because I wasn't
I'm
going to
always
go.
shopping on Amazon. I'm not gonna. It doesn't matter. You buy all the shit 3 days before they stock up. So I'm not gonna buy on Amazon this day. I'll buy it on Thursday and then I'll buy it again on Saturday. Okay.
Mhm.
Whatever.
Um,
Aaron says I bought shoes.
yeah.
Nice.
Did you know it was Al Sharpton's DEI boycott plan? I didn't know it was Al Sharpton.
Ugh.
This
Well,
is the
at
first
least
step
we know who to blame. Fucking
to
moron.
encounter the attack of DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion.
I'm not a fan of Al Sharpton. He's made quite
He's-
a tidy sum race baiting for a long time. And
Yeah.
there may be times he might be correct, but his times of being
He
a
is a
scumbag is much
he
more.
is a scumbag and grifter. When
he's a
he
grifter. Yeah,
when
he's a bad
he
dude.
had Kamala Harris, when he endorsed her,
Oh,
she
he got
gave him
paid.
like a $300,000 grant to his association or whatever the fuck he does.
Yeah,
That's
he
what
doesn't
does.
work for free. He don't work for free.
No.
Do you remember when he was what he looked like in the 80s?
Oh yeah,
He was like huge, big, sweaty bugger. Do you remember? He looked like
he
almost
looked like someone
Don
put it.
King or something, like just sweaty.
If James Brown was someone stuck a air
Another
hose up
100
James
pounds.
Brown's ass, up his ass. He had the James Brown haircut. Now he
he
kind of still has it now.
Well, he lost a lot of weight, so he's got some nice suits now. But I'm just not. I am not a particular fan of Al Sharpton. I remember watching him in New York with the whole Tawana Brawley thing, and just like he just doesn't. He's just unethical.
Yeah.
He's just scummy about it. And it's if you I thought he was doing it 100% for the right reason.
No.
But it's like there's always a side where he's making money. And there's always I feel like it's always a scam. I don't know who trusts him.
No
It's
one.
amazing. Well, clearly people do because he's still around.
Well, the sheeple, the left.
Well,
will
now
do
he's
it.
just been around so long. It's just whatever.
Right. It says, do not make any purchases. Do not shop online or in the store. No Amazon, no Walmart, no Best Buy, no McDonald's, no fast food stores, no gas, no major retailers. Do not use a credit card, debit card. Try to buy all you need before Friday.
It doesn't matter. You're buying it all the day before.
Well, he kind
Okay.
of dumb.
It's
He's not the smartest guy in the world.
Yeah. Only buy things that you need, like food or medicine. Support you should support your small businesses anyway.
Why this matters. Corporations and banks only care about the bottom line. Disrupting the economy for even one day sends a powerful message.
It doesn't.
They don't listen. If they don't listen, we make the next blackout longer. Our numbers are powerful. This is how we make history. History.
It's a lot of exclamation points.
So spread the message. Please share with all your contacts. Talk about it, post about it, document your actions that day. We must use heat power. We do have and send an economical message with our numbers.
Is this his actual flyer?
Yeah.
With a typo and no commas? Did somebody proofread this? Oh,
What's a
my
proofread?
God.
What's a proofread?
I see a couple of errors there, but hey,
Whatever.
I know I can't. I guess stop. You know what? And here's the kicker: like, I'm not a big fan of company. It sucks when companies like Walmart come in and run out. It does. They run down some of the smaller locations. They run down the small hardware stores. They eat all that down. I understand that. So when those places go out, now you kind of have to support the Home Depots and the Walmarts in your community because they employ people in your community.
Mm-hmm.
So if you choose not to support them, and what are you gonna do? Shop online? Look. I buy stuff from Amazon and it's delivered from Best Buy and Walmart. Like it's like they drop ship. You know what I mean? Like I can get stuff.
I didn't know that.
Sometimes they do. Yeah. So
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure.
They're all partnered together. I mean, it's a win. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, so I put my hand up because my camera was blurry, sparky.
She was doing.
I wasn't like talk to the hand. No, no, it wasn't a Heil sign either. Thank you.
She was Zig Heiling, is what she was doing.
Absolutely not. I don't do that.
She got that.
I'm saying hi, everyone.
Al Sharpton's story made her.
No, absolutely not. No.
Oh my God. All right.
Cause any trouble.
So they have this thing out now. And I don't know. Look, I'm sure ladies would use this more than anybody else.
Okay. Let's see.
Which would be to change the color of your eyes. They can now change the color of your eyes. Look, I'm sorry, but first of all, I got gorgeous blue eyes, so I don't need this.
You do have very nice blue eyes.
So I don't need this. But now, for $12,000 or $6,000 per eye, they will do some kind of cosmetic surgery, and they will change the color of your eyes.
Do they have the name of the procedure in there?
Certainly do. Want me to try it?
I would love for you to try it.
It's keratopigmentation. Well, how would you say it?
Wait, I can't find the word. Where is it in the story?
Keratopigmentation.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Hang on.
Kera for eyes, so keratopigmentation.
Hang on. I'll tell you what I'll do. I don't know if this will work or not. Where can I do it? Where it tells speech. Let's see if we can get it
right there.
Here we go. You didn't hear that, did you?
Nope.
God damn it.
Keratopigmentation. Yeah.
Keratopigmentation. I was close. I was very close.
You did really good. If you sound it out, it's actually all small words.
I don't like anybody fucking with my eyes.
Well, so what it does, it injects the pigmentation into the cornea. It injects it into your corneas, people. And then the doctor compares it to elective cosmetic procedures like breast augmentation or Botox. And it suggesting it fulfills a similar desire for personal enhancement. You know what? You can buy contacts. You can buy soft contact lenses and just blip them in your eyeballs. And I cannot. I had eye surgery when I was 11. And because I have basically lazy eyes. So I had the surgery to repair them. And both eyes at the same time. So it ruined my summer. And then I had dissolving stitches, which did not dissolve. So guess how they had to come out? I had to go back to the doctor and they had to take them out. And
did so I have this for that?
They did not. They did not. I'm sitting in the chair, and you know how the eye doctors, they wear like that helmet, the thing on their head with the big light in the middle. He's coming at me with tweezers, and I'm just like backing up in my chair.
They gotta lock your head down. It's like
they had to hold me down.
I would have nightmares.
It was. I can still see it. Literally, it was.
I would have nightmares over this.
It was the worst. And when it comes down to it, when I'm tired, my one eye drifts still, and I fucking hate it.
Remember the girl that I worked with? Who her shirt broke open,
the dress, the whole big
whole dress broke open. She had a lazy eye.
You still remember it? Who's looking at her eyes at that point?
And well, she didn't have it at the time when her dress broke open, but she, I worked with her all summer.
Right.
And every once in a while she would blink and her eye would go woo. It would do this. Yeah, it would do this thing. And the first time I saw it, I went, like, I physically went backwards.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I have a lazy eye." And I went, "Never seen anything like that before." And she goes, "Yeah, I'm sorry." And I'm like, whatever.
I scan the whole room when I'm tired. I do prefer. I have one eye that is stronger. Like when how a lot of people, when they look, it's directly out of both eyes. I actually have a dominant eye, so when I look, it's one eye is really doing all the work. Yeah. I can see, but the one eye is definitely stronger. I hate it.
It's like that lizard where the one eye does this and the other one.
They don't quite operate by themselves, but hey, I'm insecure enough. I don't mock my eyeballs. I have enough issues. Yeah, it's a bummer, but I won't get the surgery again. And then when I hear like people who go for like like they talk about their cataract surgery, or they go for what is it with the lasers to
Oh my God, yeah.
fuck. First of all, you got to be awake for that. Fuck
Yes.
no, never, never, ever in a million fucking years. Like, did you ever see A Clockwork Orange?
No.
Okay, so there's one spoiler part of it. There's one scene in the movie at the end where the main character, they prop his eyelids open, like it looks like it's like claws, like holding his eyes open, like they're propped open, and that's kind of what they do for the surgery. And I can't. There's no way. There's
Nothing
no
with
way.
the eyes. I can't do anything
Nope,
with the
nope.
eyes.
I can't. I can watch a lot of surgical procedures. I'm fascinated with medical things. Anytime they show eyeballs, I'm like, nope, turn it right off. Like,
How do you
it
feel
literally
about
makes me heave.
How do you feel about pimple popping videos?
I will watch those all day.
I love
I
them.
love them. I'm like, oh, I almost want to squish. I'm like, ugh. Like I don't want to. And there's some that are so horrifying that when they pop, I'm like, ugh, like you can hear it. It's
Yeah.
fucking gross.
I saw one guy grab his cheek like this and grab it like this, and it shot a stream out and hit the mirror. And
a
you could
money
hear
shot.
it sounded like, money shot.
There's your episode title, Money Shot.
Money shot.
I you notice it's, I don't want to say it's funny, but like you see people like I used to watch her on was it TLC or whatever, and when people would come in with these enormous cysts, and I'm just like, oh, you poor, like they went through so much in their life, and then just to walk around with like giant cysts and like in such a noticeable, like on their back or their arm, like, and they try to cover it. It's
Right.
sad. I feel bad for people because that's not,
Yeah.
they don't want that. Nobody
So
wants
I was
that.
a fan of the pimple popper before the show. You could go to YouTube and then, you would watch her do the pimple popper. And it used to piss me off when she would go in and tease around a thing and take the whole thing out with the sack and never pop it. And that would
like, pop it.
I'm like,
Pop
yeah,
it.
I need you to pop that thing. I want to see it squirt. Like
She
I want to see
blue-balled
her,
you on pimple pop.
I want to see her head go back. Like, she got hit in the face with his load.
There's there's a couple where she would physically like recoil back, like it was not, but just the
that
there was
and
it's
then
always
when they go
dudes
in,
with these weird ones on their backs and stuff. It's
they had one, there was this old guy, and I guess it was his, I don't know who was doing it. She took his razor blade and she cut his back, and the guy's filming it, and cottage cheese is pouring out of his back.
oh my god!
And it's on the grass, and the guy's like, he's moving the camera and he's making, I'm like, dude, give the
probably
camera
vomiting.
to
Yeah.
yeah,
Give it to
give
another
the camera
chick,
to
she'll hold it
somebody
still.
else. Let
Yeah.
somebody else shoot this thing. I want to see every bit of this thing. It's just,
Yeah.
when she got done, there was a pile of cottage cheese on the fucking ground.
Maybe that's
I
why I'm
was
not
like,
eating cottage cheese lately.
right? And then the dog ran over and started eating it. I'm
Oh
just
no! Just shoot that dog! No, don't eat that. Oh yeah, I don't. First of all, like I understand, like a lot of people don't want to address the issues, but like if you have that mountain of something on your back, you got to fix that. You got to take that care of that.
Yeah.
And it's not like if you're so bad, like you have your girlfriend's like, fuck it, and she's just gonna slice it open. I can't. First of all, the smell has got to be.
Oh, I
fucking
can't even
disgusting.
imagine what the smell is. But I love that. I love, especially like a big one. I just love it.
You know what gets me? This is so gross. This one, the earwax.
I was
Have
going
you
to say
seen
that
that?
was my next thing. I love when they go in again.
They,
I-
I don't know how people live with the monsters things they pull out of bodies. It's just,
I got to go get one of those things. I want to get one of those things you can hook it to your iPhone, and it's a camera, and you can see in your ear, because I want to see if I have that in there, like because then I'll go get it taken out. Like I want to go get it taken out. But they have this British guy comes on, and he's like, we put a little olive oil in there to loosen things up, and then we go in with the something hook. They got a hook in there, and then they use a
fish hook.
spoon.
It's like
and then
the
they use
dental thing they use in your mouth, but they
Right.
scoop it out of your ear. It's like,
And then they have the grabbers. They go in and grab it. The pinchers to go in and grab it, and then they have the suction tool that goes in and sucks
Yep.
it all out.
You know
Love
what? It's what gets me. It's there's two things. It's like it's always these like really old guys. They go in
Yes.
there and they pull out like a mountain, like you could sculpt something out
I
of the wax they
guarantee-
pull out of their ear.
I used Q-tips my entire life. I finally
Thank
stopped
you. Me
using them.
too. Nope.
I know I
have
got to
to.
have a mound
I
in
have
there.
to. I have to. I can't. And I know they're terrible, but I can't. Every time I get out of the shower, it's literally towel off, hair up, Q-tips. It's
I
the
haven't used
routine.
Q-tips in
It's
years.
like a 3-step thing. I
I
can't.
can't. The
Water
doctor
in my
said to me,
ears
"Stop
makes
it."
me wild. I can't stand the feeling.
I don't
would
know.
all day. I'd just be like clawing at my ears. There's no
My
way.
brother-in-law's an ear,
Ugh.
nose, and throat surgeon, and he does that. It's one of the things he does. He goes in and gets it out. And I said, I got to come down and have you. I said, can I come
Come
down?
to
when
your
you feel-"
house. Invite him over. Tell him bring your tools.
Oh, he lives in Atlanta. It's a long way to go to clean out somebody's
Oh,
ears.
that's true.
Kind of long way to go.
Have you seen the ones where people have like critters in their ear?
Oh, I can't. That I can't do. I can't have it when they
like
pull
a little
cockroach.
leg. I'm like, nope. Next
Come
video.
in and they go in there and they grab a cockroach and it comes out. I'm like,
I want to die. I want to.
I would have to go. I would have to get a gun and shoot myself.
Well, the worst part is people that they hear it. Like it's
Yeah,
in,
and-
it's
yeah,
not
they're hearing
dead.
it in
Like,
there and they're feeling it. Yeah, they would pull that out and I'd be like, oh no.
I would tear my ear apart.
Oh, I'm sorry, she's only one. You can't shoot yourself 3 times. You got to shoot yourself once. Oh no!
I missed the cockroach.
That's it.
I couldn't. I would. Mm-mm. I don't know. I don't know how I would react, but it would not be good. I'd have to probably institutionalize myself for a couple days.
I'll tell you, I've been watching these lately. Charlie Kirk is back out on tour again. Let's have a pimple pop watch party next episode. I would do that. I would do that as an
I would
extra.
totally do that. Yeah,
I would go get
that'd
a
be a
bunch of them.
bonus. I would tune in.
I would
As
do it.
gross as that is. Ugh.
So Charlie Clerk is going back out to colleges now. And my favorite thing is when he goes and you have people come in and they yell at him or they come up, they try to own him.
I hate people.
And so here he has a teacher and Charlie just asks him a couple simple questions.
You're a teacher. Yes. What is a woman?
What is a woman? Oh, buddy. All right.
Here we go.
So, we define gender as a set of preferences that you have.
Preference.
Bullshit.
Gender is a set of preferences we have.
No.
Woman
Wrong.
is a social construct that we've agreed upon.
How dare you?
Womanhood as makeup or whatever. There is a difference between the word woman and being a biological female. Woman is a social construct that we use. Listen for a second. I'm telling you what it means. Woman is a social construct. We agree on these set of preferences. If I tell you that I'm a man, it's because I want you to know that I like these set of preferences. If I tell you I'm a woman, it's because I want you to know that I agree with these set of preferences.
Can men give birth?
Can men or can males? Because males can't. Listen for a second. If you listen to your bio professors, you would understand there's a difference between biology and what we think
So
about.
I want to thank you for proving a great point.
What?
You are why we should eliminate the Department of Education. Thank you very much.
He should have known. He set himself up for that.
He did set himself up for that.
You know, Sparky goes clap, clap, clap.
Right.
That's sad. Like that we're at the point in society where you can't say a woman is someone who gives birth,
right,
you know, to a child. Like they have certain organs, certain, whatever parts. And we have to like just go, well, if you think you're a woman, it's all thoughts and a feel. No, it's fucking science.
You know something? How dare you, Duchess? How dare you say that, these people
I
aren't
know.
this person?
And I get
way.
asked by Democrats all the time, Charlie, why did we lose the election?
Okay, all right.
Because we
All right. So
There's
this
a
is
dude with a fucking mustache dressed in a pink
he looks like
dress.
it's like a little Bo Peepy kind of dress. If you like with puffy sleeves and lacy in the front, it's an awful big baby doll kind of dress.
Right.
And he's got a big bow on the side of his man face. Sparky says the student needs to be punched in the face.
Yeah, punch in the face.
It's strawberry shortcake. Oh my God, yes.
Strawberry shortcake, yeah.
open dresses and go to events like this.
I feel okay. Now I think you're just a liar. You
Thank
said
you.
you liked my dress.
Oh, that's a good
point.
But I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't
I don't care.
There's a follow-up for him.
That dude looked like, did you ever see Office Space? Who's the guy? Milton in the basement with the red stapler? He
Yeah.
looks like Milton. Like he's a big fellow with a mustache looking a little greasy. He's not pretty.
This is the difference between, this is why transgender females, real people with, what's that called? Gender dysphoria.
Yes.
This is what people like this guy here, this is why they can't have nice things. Whoops. Come on.
Check. Like he's
Wait a
having
minute.
stroke.
What's going on here? Why isn't it running? Oh, I'm so upset.
Oh no. Oh, here we go.
No, it's not running. It's locked up.
Uh-oh.
Let me try this again.
Oh dear.
All right, hang on. I know I had it. I know I had it working.
I bet we
Try it again and see if it runs this time.
Okay.
You know what auto
Okay. Back that shit up. Here we go.
Boop boop boop.
Back that shit up.
Back it up, back it up.
Back it up, back it up.
Cue the elevator music.
You know what autogynephilia is?
No idea. That's a big word.
It's men that get sexual pleasure
Even John knows what that means.
women and being around women.
Oh, okay. Well, all right.
So
okay.
Point.
All right, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Is it crazy?
No, that's autogynephilia. That's
The guy gets off dressing up like a lady.
right. Remember the one, and he's also starting to start a lot of trouble now, where he's went and had surgery, and he's like,
Oh.
you know who I'm talking about?
The one who had talked about having his munchkins removed or something.
Yeah, he had his cake pops removed, and now he wants to get his. He's changing his.
And he had surgery to reduce his hair. He had facial reconstruction surgery, and then he pops the thing off, and I'm like, you look exactly the same.
Right. He wanted to have his candy cane changed into a donut. Remember that dude?
Yeah, that was last week's conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
He's in trouble. He's in trouble.
Well, he's
All
a
right.
douchebag. I mean, you could change your parts around. You're still an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
All right, Duchess. It's time to get ready.
She's the key.
Oh my God, that's so long.
That's all right. It's going to be a good one.
Sparky says, yeah. Okay. I will tell you, I was doing this all weekend. Anytime Trump would come out, I would repeat it in like this stupid voice. Paul just look at me like, what's wrong with you? I got practicing.
Got to practice for Trump tweets. Read by Kate.
Okay. I can't, it's so long. Now Zelenskyy will have no choice but to back down and accept Trump's terms. But here's the genius part. Trump is actually protecting Ukraine without dragging the U.S. into war. By negotiating a mineral deal, Trump ensures that Americans will be involved in Ukraine's mining industry. This prevents Russia from launching an investigation because attacking Ukraine
What was that?
would
You just Jamingoed. Launching a what?
Russia an invasion.
No, you said investigation.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. Sorry, you Jamingoed. It's not. I couldn't let that go.
I know. I want to hear that tape. This prevents Russia from launching an investigation because attacking Ukraine would
Say
mean
it again.
launching an invasion.
You
Oh,
said
investigation. God damn it. Now it's in my brain. All right, third time. This prevents Russia from launching an invasion because attacking Ukraine would mean endangering American lives, something that would force the U.S. to respond. Trump played both sides like a master chess player, but in the end, Zelenskyy will have no choice but to concede because without U.S. support, Ukraine cannot win a prolonged war against Russia. And once U.S. companies have mining operations in Ukraine, Putin will be unable to attack without triggering.
And that's it. That's all I got.
All right.
Oh.
Now, it's read. That's funny. He's written this in third person because it's his tweet. So
Yeah.
he talks about Trump.
Yeah.
Not me, but he says Trump.
Trump. Yeah.
He's third. Yeah. So Mike said the same thing. I just noticed this. I love how his tweet's written in third person.
That's right.
I'm sorry.
Trump's a master chess player, and he just masterfully played some
It's
chess.
so bad. He's the
And
best.
yeah. Trump checkmated.
I'm sorry.
Hang on, I got one more.
Okay. We should spend less time worrying about Putin and more time worrying about migrant rape gangs, drug lords, murderers, and people from mental institutions entering our country, our beautiful country, so that we don't end up like Europe.
Europe.
So bad. Damn it.
Well, thank you, Kate.
I throw a little extra in sometimes.
There you go.
She's got the feed, she's got the bait. When you need a laugh or just to see, Kate's got the tweets, she's the key.
Thank you, Sparky. It's so bad. They're so bad. Thank you for humoring me.
Well, so there was that thing on Friday where the whole meltdown between Trump, JD, and Zelenskyy.
Yeah.
All right. So I only heard clips. I didn't hear the whole thing. And today on the Ben Shapiro show, he goes over it clip by clip by clip and goes through the whole thing. And he really does a great job of almost play-by-playing this thing, how it went down, and how Trump was really doing a great job.
I think he was doing pretty good.
Until JD pulled two grenades and threw them in. And then
didn't Zelenskyy start insulting Trump? Like he started getting a little threatening. Like there was some offside comments, and I think JD was like,
JD got a little, because what they knew was they didn't want to do this. And what happened was before they went to this meeting, them motherfucking Democrats, them slimy fucking Democrats met with him and said, don't take the deal. And from what I understand, that could be a what do we call that? They could have fucked up with the Logan Act. The Logan Act, whatever that's a violation of the Logan Act.
Who'd he meet with before?
That jerk off senator from Connecticut. No, Chris Coons. No, Coons is from Delaware. What's his Murphy? Chris Murphy.
Oh, that douchebag.
That asshole. But
Zelenskyy was disrespectful.
Okay, yeah.
And Zelenskyy called Vance a bitch.
I think so. I think he did it
in Ukraine.
In Ukraine, yes.
Yeah, in his native language. Yep.
But no one tells a story like a black woman when she explains what happened.
Okay, I'm gonna wrap up this White House meeting in a nutshell.
And
keep up, okay? Because I'm gonna go kind of fast. Well, what happened? Zelenskyy decided he wanted to invite the media in, and Donald J. Trump and Vance was like, that's fine. We ain't got nothing to hide. We don't know why you want the media in here in our meeting, but okay, that's fine. We don't care. So the media was there. So we saw the whole thing unfold. What really happens behind closed doors when you see them presidents and leaders really negotiating and going back and forth, that's really what be happening behind closed doors.
That would be happening.
It's not pretty. Okay, I digress. So everyone was there, so they got to witness it. And they were basically saying, Trump said, look, we want a ceasefire. We want peace talks, all of that. But what's going to happen, you're going to give us a stake in your minerals.
That's right.
Because we've sent you a lot of money. We sent you troops to a war that you knew you weren't going to win. So in order to kind of even the field, kind of get that back, how about you just give us a stake in your minerals? Well, Zelenskyy started kind of talking with a little air in his chest. I think he had a lot of pride. I think that's what it was. And Vance kind of shut that shit down. Vance started asking him questions like, come on, man, we done did all this for you. He said, you kind of arrogant. You got a lot of air in your chest and you ain't even said thank you. We basically done saved you and you ain't even said thank you. You real arrogant around here. That's basically what Vance was saying. So Zelenskyy kind of decided he wanted to talk even more greasy. Right?
As one does.
He went to talking, and then at the end, he said, and you gonna feel it too. That's when Trump stepped in and was like, ho, player, wait a minute.
We done.
You're in a position to tell us shit. You can't tell us what we gonna feel, because in the card game where we playing cards, you ain't even got no cards.
You got no cards.
For us, you wouldn't be sitting here right now.
Right.
And Trump said out his mouth, he said, that stupid ass president. He didn't say stupid ass, but he said stupid. He said that stupid president sent you all of that money and sent you them troops. They kept talking, and Trump was like, let's stop that right now. We just gonna stop with you telling us what we gonna feel, because you ain't in a position to tell us shit. All right, fast forward. They kept talking. They kept going back and forth. Trump said, look,
I'm sorry, but I could listen to this woman tell a story.
I love her story. This is fabulous. Okay.
Go.
Going around with World War III here. We trying to give you some peace talks. We trying to get a ceasefire going on around here. And you walking up in here with the air in your chest. Like, what's going on, my guy? He kept talking greasy, and Trump said, look, if it weren't for what we sent you, you wouldn't have lasted 2 weeks against Putin. He said, I done talked to Putin. Putin ready for a ceasefire. What's your problem? When he said you wouldn't last 2 weeks against Putin, he gonna double down. Zelenskyy gonna double down and say, Putin said we wouldn't last 3 days. Donald Trump shot back and said, you wouldn't even lasted that long. At the end of it all, because he had so much air in his chest and so arrogant, Donald Trump said, all right, you can leave, player, but don't call us back until you're ready for a ceasefire or talk some peace or do some negotiation. Because this what you doing. He said, you're not going to last and you probably going to start World War III. So get your head right, player, and come back and holler at us.
You know what? That was actually a really good explanation. I like it. She broke it nice and clean for people who may not have understood. And basically, Zelenskyy came in like a little turd. Trump called him out on it. Tried to stop it. He insulted essentially America, and Vance called him on that bullshit. And then now you don't get lunch.
That's it. You didn't get lunch. You ain't get no chicken fingers. You ain't get no French fries. You can get the fuck out. That's what you can do. Take your booster
seat and go the fuck home, you little man in your costume.
That's right. You didn't put a favorite time.
I know. You know, when you're coming for a peace talks, you should not wear your costume.
Exactly.
You know, the same costume you wore when you're on the cover of Vogue a couple years ago with your wife.
We ain't done because we have some more.
Oh, good.
We have some more people talking about it.
Man, did y'all see that meeting with Trump and Zelenskyy? Man, standing on business.
That's what
Trump
I'm talking
standing
about.
on business, okay?
Boss man shit.
Boss man shit,
Boss
okay?
man shit.
When, I mean, the way he talked to him too, though, you know?
Boss man shit.
Like a real nigga.
Boss man shit.
Boss
That's all I can
shit.
say. We love you, Trump. Man, punk where?
Keep bossing up.
Look, they not laughing at America no more. Hell
no, they ain't laughing at us.
Sleepy Joe been gone, so we got boss man back, okay?
Right.
That's
Now we being respected by other countries because we got the boss man in the motherfucking building.
They're very happy. Some boss man shit.
Yeah, they like us. He's the boss man.
He the boss man. Doing boss man shit. That might be the title. That might be the title of the episode. Boss man shit.
Doing boss man shit. Well, I think Zelenskyy needed to be called out on his behavior. I think he came over here looking like he was going to get a big old check or he was going to get his way. And you know what? When you come over for that kind of assistance and you kind of shit in your host's living room, they don't need to keep you there. You can leave. And he was escorted out. And he went running off to Europe, and Europe's like, we're going to put him in NATO. Okay. Or, we're going to put him in, and there you go. Okay.
Do you know who Jeffrey Sachs is? He's an economist. He's been over to Europe. He's well known.
I've probably seen him. I don't recognize his name, but I'm sure I've seen him
He has he basically tells how this whole thing went down. And it's not, it did start in whenever Putin went across the line in 2021 or 2, whenever this all went down 3-4 years ago. It started way before that. And he kind of explains everything. And so when you see people sit there saying they're for Ukraine and they're against Trump, look, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They don't even know how to start it. They don't know nothing about it. They're coming in late and, orange Cheeto bad. So they're on.
Of course, yeah.
Right. So this is how this all went down.
The U.S. war with Russia in Ukraine. If people really think that this started on February 22nd, 2022, they could learn that there's a little bit of background to this. They should understand that all of this came about because of American arrogance and stupidity. That goes back to 1992 when the Americans said, we run the world. We told the Soviets we won't move 1 inch eastward. And then in 1994, Bill Clinton said, we're Americans. We do whatever we want. We'll expand NATO and it'll just keep going eastward. And then the U.S. started placing anti-ballistic missile systems in Poland and Romania. And listen to what the Russians are saying. It would be like Russia putting missile bases in Mexico or Canada. Do you think America would say, well, that's their business? You know, how can we have any concern? Then in 2014, the United States participated in a violent coup that overthrew the Ukrainian government. And within a nanosecond of that violent coup, the U.S. said, we recognize that new government. And then came the Minsk Agreement. And the Minsk II agreement was backed by the UN Security Council. And what did Ukraine and the United States decide behind the scenes? We don't like that agreement. That was at gunpoint. So the war continues already from 2014 to 2021. Tremendous shelling and deaths in the Donbas region. Then Putin says at the end of 2021, we need a new security arrangement between Europe and Russia. Europe, of course, doesn't act at all because it has no foreign policy other than obeying the United States. Big surprise that the war escalates. And then in March 2022, the Russians and Ukrainians say, okay, we can settle this on the basis of Ukrainian neutrality. So what happens? The United States and Britain told Ukraine, don't sign that agreement. Fight on. So Zelenskyy issues a decree, no negotiations with Russia. How clever. What about Europe's negotiators? A word of peace? No, we will never negotiate. So negotiations stop. Probably 1 million Ukrainians are dead or gravely wounded until this moment. So finally negotiations are started. Maybe Ukraine will be saved by all.
Yeah.
That's a history lesson right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Well, for Orange Man bad.
Yeah, it's not like Trump just did something. He's trying to stop this war.
The warmongers have been making money for a long time.
Yeah, it's exactly.
A long time.
Yeah.
So.
And again.
Now we're stopping a money source.
This story here, this broke my heart because, and this is happening over in the UK. And I can't even imagine this because I'd be in jail. If this starts here, I'm just going to get rid of every social media account because here's this old guy. He's got a heart condition, and I guess he put a post on Facebook, and now they're coming to arrest him. Check this shit out.
Okay, so
what do you mean I can't have any alcohol?
Okay, well I'll tell you. Okay, the time's 20 to 3, 14:40. I'm arresting you on suspicion of improper use of the electronic communications network.
He put a post up on social media and they don't like it. So the police have literally come to his door.
Right. Of the network communication or the whatever, social communication network. Yeah. So, okay. So wait, it gets better.
What?
127 Communications Act, okay? So you do not have to say it. It may harm your defence if you don't mention one question subject to later or in court. Anything you do say may be given evidence. Do you understand that?
So I'm actually being arrested.
You're going to be arrested, okay?
Right.
So you get to the police station.
Right.
Okay, this is in relation to some comments that you've made on the Facebook page. Okay.
Oh, really? Oh, it's a Facebook crime, is it?
Okay.
Right.
So we need to ask you some questions about that.
Right.
Have you got anything in your pockets?
I got my keys. No, it's made it, I think, keys.
So, anyone who's been arrested, we can search them under Section 32 of Recent Netherlands Act.
Right.
Oh my God.
Items.
I mean, you said I was going to be arrested under some what information? I'm going to be arrested for posting on Facebook.
Some comments that are offensive, obscene, and people have made a complaint about that.
John, you'd never leave jail. John, would they throw him in a pit? Lock him, throw away the key.
Yeah.
We'd never see you again.
Right. So this guy made a Facebook post and some cunt.
I don't like your garage door paint. You're going to jail. Yeah.
Well, he must have said something. He must have said something about the faggots. Yeah, and the next thing you know, we're sending the police over to go over there and arrest him. Yeah. This guy's got a heart condition.
And can you tell me what this comment was?
Okay, well, we'll do that when we interview.
All right. And so, what am I going to be locked up for the night, or?
Well, hopefully not.
Right. Do I need to take my medications with me?
Yes.
course, we will look at taking all of those.
When do you need to take them?
Well, I've got pain medications, I've got sleeping medication, I've got anxiety medications, which I might take one of those in a bit.
Okay.
You know.
Well, if we take everything with us, then you've got everything there, haven't you?
And then we've got a nurse up there. They'll be able to.
Okay.
They'll be able to come and see you, and then once you've been there, they can assess whether or not medication can be issued. All right. So what we're going to do is, you want to pop yourself up. We're just going to search.
You need the glasses.
Yeah, search you.
To come with you.
Oh my God.
Do you want to take them with you?
Why?
First of all,
his wife
sees this, okay, as evidence.
Well,
so it's.
So he took his phone, shut his phone off.
Well, you can't be recording yourself getting arrested for doing dumb shit.
To me, it's just it's amazing that in the UK and Germany and France that you can get in trouble for posting on social media because they have to control the information. They have to control the information.
Socialistic kind of behavior.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Well, you know, say what you want about America. You have the right to put dumb shit up. You also have the right to get your ass beat over it, but or Budbugger says posting something obscene, better give him the chair. Oh, wait, hang on. This is exactly what the police did when they came to my house for a busted bobblehead.
Oh, how about that? Yeah. And what about the other guy? Remember? There's somebody who took my wife's post and shared it in a group that doesn't like me. I want you to go over and talk to him.
I need you to scare him.
That'll scare him. That'll scare him.
Oh, you use the police like a tool,
yeah.
You know, and for stupid things. This is very concerning. Like
it is.
There's the fact you can't. Well, welcome to Europe, I guess. Welcome to England.
You can't post about anything that has to do with what you think on a social media platform.
You can't do in America. Didn't they say what was it like a month ago? Didn't play something similar to this? And they're like, yeah, we're coming after you too, America. And I'm like, nice try.
Right.
Good luck. You know, but at this point, I mean,
so
it's disturbing.
And I love the people on the left, right? They've had enough of us conservatives and Trump supporters. Get a load of this. Ready, guys?
I think it's totally okay to start bullying your conservative homies.
Is that what you think?
I have been.
Sorry, someone has to say it. If you have a friend in your life that is supporting what that man is doing currently, and
what's he doing? Exposing corruption. Exposing waste, exposing taxpayer dollars being used for all kinds of different nonsense and bullshit like gay shit in other countries and transgender nonsense.
Wow.
Is that the shit you don't like? Or the shit that he's trying to stop a fucking war from turning into World War III? What part don't you like? Besides the fact that you're just a
faggots.
What do you think?
He's an Ohio fan, so nobody gives a fuck what this guy thinks.
Right.
Just saying. Okay, but go ahead.
What he says he's doing, but what his overlords are doing.
Overlords.
If they're okay with these things, it's time to start bullying them.
I can't wait.
Go ahead.
I can't wait.
That's the beginning to fuck around and find out.
Yeah, I can't wait until one of you
faggots
try to come and bully us. I can't wait. And then when you're taking your broken ass shit back with your broken ass wired framed glasses and your black eye, go ahead.
Whatever you have to do. Make fun of their clothes.
Ooh.
Dude, look in a mirror. You're dressed up like a goddamn Ohio State doll.
Yeah. Take your Buckeye ass back home. Shut up. Nobody
Make fun
cares.
of the way that they say certain words.
How dare you? You mean like water?
Like and talk and coffee?
Walking and coffee?
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. That's it.
Like just start bullying them. Like good old fashioned bullying. You're walking down the hallway somewhere and you happen to see like a small closet or maybe a locker or something. Shove them in it.
Good.
Where am I walking by a locker?
Wait.
Go ahead and come after me.
Put your hands on a Trump supporter. See how that fucking works out for you.
Yeah, that's not cool.
I dare you. Try it. I can't wait. These people are serious. This idiot's serious.
Walk the door. Walk away.
Minute and a half serious.
How hard? That's all you got to do.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. And then when you're spitting chiclets and you got your hand over the mouth and you're calling for the police that you wanted to defund, I hope they come over and pepper spray you. Here's what you do, Trump supporters. Let's get pepper spray. And when they turn around and start to bully us, we just hit them in the face with some pepper spray.
Aaron says, I wish this discharge would try to put me into a locker.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. Radar.
Oh my God, he does look like Radar from MASH.
Yeah. Go ahead.
A dated reference, but Google Radar and MASH, and you'll know exactly what.
Mm-hmm.
Spitting chiclets. That's a very dated reference.
I'm
Do
very
the youngins
dated.
today know what chiclets are?
They might. I don't know.
Sure,
Chiclets was a gum.
Yeah, but they were little squares. There was like
They
little
look like
square
teeth.
pieces. Yeah, they look like teeth. So if you got punched in the mouth and you're spitting them out, you're
Spitting chiclets. There you go.
Lesson for today. That's your boomer lesson of the day.
All right. We're running out of time. Here I thought we wouldn't have enough time to go through all the stuff that we went through, but
Dean says guaranteed he would lose against me. Oh yeah, I wouldn't. Look, Dean is as mellow is. I would not want to piss him off
right.
at all.
You guys are all talk with your Twitter and your TikTok videos.
The TikTokers.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Come on outside and try that bullshit.
Oh, and Sparky says that guy better stay in his safe place.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Love that guy so much. Something ain't right. Okay.
All right. Let's get into some podcast shout outs and we'll talk about some stickers and then it'll be time to go.
And then it'll be time to go.
Oh, before we get into that, we got something to talk to our fans. Our real fans are still here.
Talk to. We're going to talk to our fans.
We'll talk to a fan.
Yeah.
Apparently, my co-host has a life outside of here where her job has events at nighttime. And so apparently a lot of them are on Thursday nights.
There's going to be a few Thursdays. Sorry.
All right. So we can do a couple things.
Right.
We cannot do a show the Thursday night that she's not here. Or we can just do the Wednesday. We can make it whenever she can't do it. We'll notify you ahead of time because one thing you know about Duchess, she's a stickler for details. So she'll know plenty of time.
Yeah.
And we'll notify you that we'll do Wednesdays. So the days that she can't do Thursday, we would do Wednesdays. So it would be Monday, Wednesdays when she has to have an event on Thursday, and then Monday and Thursdays when she doesn't. Does that sound like something that would be acceptable?
Yeah. I mean,
because we were talking about it today and she's like wringing her hands over this. And
I know. I'm so bummed. I think based on the schedule, I like Monday and Thursdays because Monday kind of lets us catch up from the weekend and Thursday kind of lets us roll towards the weekend. And I feel like Monday, Wednesday occasionally isn't so bad, but it is close. And I know you have other things that you do. So I know it kind of pushes up against that. So there's going to be probably this month where there's going to be a couple Wednesdays and then we'll just try to have to figure out how to do it. So,
yeah.
So Mike says, do it both on Wednesdays and Fridays to make up for Thursday.
I know.
The day before and the day after.
All right. So look, we appreciate the people that come here and hang out in the chat and, and give us feedback, immediate feedback.
Always.
We love that.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the reasons why I love live streaming is because we have an audience to live stream to. And I really enjoy that. So thank you for all that show up. And we know that sometimes it's Thursday, Wednesday, what the hell?
I know.
But it's not like this is our job. It is a dopey podcast that we love doing. We love doing our dopey podcast and we love doing it for you. So sometimes we will have to change it up. And I would like to be able to, Duchess will tell you through our social media, if you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, it'll all be on there, Instagram, all of our Boomer Bunker stuff.
And our Discord. Yeah.
Yeah. In the Discord, if you're in the Discord, it'll be in there. So, the people that are, that hang here, it'll be great. We would like that. Life comes first. It does.
Yeah. There you go. And Lisa says, I would say it's Kate's choice. We just tune in when you tell us to.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. To me, it doesn't matter.
There'll be some Wednesdays. There'll be some Thursdays. Mostly Thursdays, but a few Wednesdays.
Yeah, because Kate's like, oh, I don't know what to do. I'm like, it's a dopey podcast. We'll do again. We can do what we got to do. You know,
I like this dopey podcast. It's fun.
I like the dopey podcast too, but doesn't mean it's not a dopey podcast.
I know.
Very dopey podcast.
My sidekick's kind of funny.
He has his moments, especially when he's reading.
Yes. Lately, apparently today I did too. So
I love the fact that you did it 3 times. That was my favorite part of
that's
this.
a riot. I'll have to.
I'm pulling
have to
that.
go back
That's going to go on social media.
Damn
I'll
it!
pull that one.
I can't
Sparky
believe
likes Sparky likes this dope. I like the one dope in a podcast. Ooh, that doesn't look good for me.
it. That's probably. I hope it's you.
I think he's a Duchess fan.
Oh,
Feeling.
I appreciate
Good.
it.
He always says you are the voice of reason. So
I try. I try.
Adam says, "Nah, fuck words." I
Eh.
get it. I get it.
Aaron has all the words. He said them all on Saturday night when he live.
Oh my God. I get upstairs, I crawl in bed, and Duchess says, Aaron's on. I'm like, I can't.
Good night.
I can't. So
I had fun.
apologize.
Aaron and I had a nice talk.
Oh, is it somewhere where we can listen to it now? I think it was a Zoom call, right?
It was Zoom, but it's on YouTube's.
It's on the YouTubes?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so let's get into some podcast shout outs.
Yeah, just look at it's like I had to say it. I think it should be there.
Okay. I'll have to go back and watch it then.
Okay. The Weathered View with Bruce, Jason, and Ken. It looks like the morning show is going to be slated for tomorrow morning.
Oh, he's back already.
Looks like he's popping.
Okay.
back.
All right. Well, no, that's good. It's good. It's
Yeah.
great news.
Took
Very
a break
good.
today, and then we'll be back tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, because we weren't sure, how long he was going to take an extended break.
Right.
But, that's good. I enjoy that. Except for that one guy, Alf.
Oh, he's so funny. It gets under your skin, so it's a good time to watch.
I told you.
And at least.
It's like a laxative. He irritates the shit out of me. He's like Tom, Professor Tom. And speaking of Aaron, it's I had to say it with Aaron, which is always a great podcast.
Yes, he should be dropping an episode tomorrow. They come out every Tuesday.
Mhm.
So on Spotify and whatever other podcast catcher
Your
you use.
podcast player of choice.
Yes.
Just look it up, subscribe, follow, all that.
So Aaron says it will be up as an episode Friday. I got to clean up the first 15 minutes when I was by myself. Hey, if you can edit that little part where I joined in and it had my name, because I use it for work too. If you can somehow swoosh that out, I don't know if it's in there. So, so for
this week it's Thursday, right?
Yes. So it'll be Thursday and it will be our 300th.
Oh, that's right. It'll be our 300th episode. So if you do want to send in some congratulation texts
Please.
or voicemails,
Tell us how awesome we are.
right? There's 2 ways you can do it.
1 week at a time. Yeah, that's exactly
Right.
it, Sparky.
1 week at a time. You can do this by going to 477-1935.
Good job. I was going to finish it for you, but I figured I'd let you struggle.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate that. Or you go to boomerbunker.com, bottom right-hand corner, there's a little microphone. Press that little microphone, and you can record a voicemail from your computer or your phone. I think you can do your phone too. And we'll get that too. So anybody wants to send us any kind of what you think of the show, 300 episodes, we would love that. Oh, almost forgot.
Okay.
We do have a voicemail.
All right. Well, can we play that at the end of the podcast shout outs or do you want to play it now?
Yeah, I just want to remember,
Okay.
remind me we have one.
Yes. Okay. So, Wheelbarrow Full of Dicks with Mike, Travis, and Drunk.
Yes. And then the Old Man podcast with Tom.
Shitty Song of the Week with Red and Jody.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Delvin Cox is the guest this week.
Oh, it was so funny. I'm still giggling over it. It was a lot of fun.
I don't think I'm allowed to listen to it because it's Delvin Cox.
Oh,
The TNA podcast with Jason Roach and Sam Hall.
Shooting the Shiznit with BT. He will have an episode. He does like the 5-minute. It's like a 5-minute podcast bit. That's tomorrow, so I'll be jumping on for that.
Of course.
But I just get 5 minutes though. So we talk wrestling. He sends me a clip to review, and then we discuss it. So it's fun.
Look at you.
Look at me.
All right. And then I Shake My Head with Lisa and Sam. Their podcast is ramping up, and I've been doing some testing with them with some new streaming platforms, but they don't do it live. because they can't handle the chat. It's too much distraction.
Oh,
And I know
I
how
love
that
our chat. It's so fun.
I do too.
It's a good time. The Variety Show.
All right, so that's back. Any
She's-
episodes now?
Yes, in fact, I'm on the most current episode. She also she does an episode called it's Doug and Anthony Don't the Bible, because originally the Bible show was her idea and she loaned it to them and they stopped doing it, so now they have it back.
Okay.
So she does the Bible show.
And then some podcast called the Brand X Podcast with Deuce Joe and myself. We will be recording that this Friday.
Mhm.
So it should be out by the weekend. That's that's always a hootenanny. That should be fun.
Some trouble over there.
Well, you know, halfway through the show, I'm balls ass drunk. Yeah, I'm balls ass drunk halfway through the show.
Yeah.
But I hold it together pretty well, I would say.
Well, when I was there last, you did a good job. I
Mhm.
thought you hung in there pretty well. So
Right.
The Who's Right podcast with Doug and Anthony.
There you go.
There you
All
go.
right. Is that it? Any other podcasts you can think of?
No other podcasts right now.
Okay, great. Should we do the voicemail right now?
Let's do the voicemail.
All right, here's the voicemail.
Hey guys, just there was a slight scheduling change on the get together this summer. It's actually going to be the weekend of the 26th. So yes, John, you are still invited on the 26th. Oh, by the way, do you know how many police officers it takes to screw in a light bulb? None. They just beat the shit out of the room for being black.
Did you get that?
Yes.
Want me to repeat that?
No.
How many police officers does it take to change a light bulb? None. They just beat the shit out of the room for being black. Huh?
No. Disavow. Disavow.
Oh, it's just fun, jokey jokes.
I know. Lisa's like, oh, facepalm.
Here we
All
go.
right. All right. So I still have a few of these amazing limited edition Boomer Bunker stickers. I only have a few left. So if you would like one, I have one going out this week. Just drop me a message. You can find me wherever you follow me on whatever platform. People have found me on Discord, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I see them all. So send me a message. I will need your address. It stays with me. It doesn't go anywhere else. And I'll be delighted to get one out to you.
All right.
Show your love. Show your Boomer Bunker love.
And tell a friend. Would it kill you to tell a friend about this podcast? How
Bring a
bad can
friend.
it be? If you're enjoying it,
Yeah.
you got to know somebody else that would be enjoying it. Oh, also, when you get a sticker, whatever you stick it to, take a picture and send it to us.
Yes. I have to put one up. So there was one
There
that
we
was
go.
sent last week. I didn't get that up yet. So I will get that out. And I'm excited. It's fun. It's nice to see it going around. So
I like it.
I
All
do
right, all right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here with us.
We
really
appreciate
appreciate it. And we will be back Thursday night.
absolutely. See ya. Bye.